first round, but as before, Light Ice did. This is going to be really bad if he gets hit, and he's dead, actually. Oh, no. Okay, well, Itesh did not go for the air combo there, but... I'm pretty sure Flash, I think Flash immediately dropped that ball. I remember he did that for one tournament. I think it was like, nah. Yeah, he was like, he did it for one tournament.
There's a lot of ways to get in with this character. That's no doubt. But those ways get predictable after a while. So you really got to get, crank up that imagination on how you're going to get in. And I'd like to kind of press into the fact that you don't really necessarily have to deal damage when you're hitting them. In other words, it's okay if they block and you know they're going to block. If you could put yourself in a situation where you know you are going to be able to hit them, and for the most part safely, and you can get away, you'd be surprised what you can get away with. But it just depends on how you want to look at it. So I'm not that good at making these videos. I'm trying though, but yeah, so as you saw in the videos, that's something I've been doing for quite a while. I do it in tournaments. It doesn't matter where it is. I play this game to have fun, and that's one of the ways I do that. But when you have things like this, it's like that's fine with me. That's all I need right there, because it's a lot of people may not know what you're necessarily going for. When I do this, I'm looking at my gauge. I'm looking at their risk gauge over there, and I know if I pull it off again, I can kind of get away with something like this. And now they're in trouble, because if they get hit one more time, they ain't gonna take it. But it's generally when you pull this off and you just backdash, for the most part. And I'm gonna try my best to show how you can kind of abuse that. So right here, we all know this is a great button to have, but when they block it, is there anything you're really getting off of it? I mean, it just depends on you, but I'm telling you how it works for me and how I find fun in this character. And everybody's different. But anyway, let me get where I'm trying to go. So a lot of times I'll do something like this, right? And I might do it again. Not necessarily this can be DP. It depends on who you're playing. Everything is character specific. A Baiken might parry that part. But right here, this is great. This is fantastic. Look at where the risk gauge is. Now that's it. And yeah, I'll sacrifice meter just to get that thing blinking. You know what I'm saying? And because she's high RPS, but she's also high risk. And I mean, as far as messing their wrists with a C, she also is high risk with a K. But you know what I mean. And I'm going to try to show some examples and a few on how that's important. Because this right here is just, for me, it's a great thing. When you have them right here, and you can mess around with a lot of stuff. You can do a lot of things, as you can see. A lot of things. A lot of mix-up potential and stuff like that. So, okay, let me start showing this stuff, sorry. Alright, here we go. Now, okay, right here, this is a replay. I'm going into this with the mind of what I was just explaining, okay? And obviously when you're in an actual fight, you don't know how shit is going to go necessarily. But you're going to see how I'm going to try to apply what I just did in practice or training mode, what I did here. What works for me, what makes it fun for me. So here we go. He's on backdash. I like to go out with the chain a lot of times in neutral. It's great because first of all, again, I'm attacking the risk gauge. You know what I mean? A lot of times there's nothing they can do to punish it. If it hits them, it's pulling them into I don't get anything out of it, but they don't get anything out of it. But I do get something out of it. It's called the RISC gauge. But anyway, I digress. So, give me 1 second. So, okay, let's see. So here we go. Boom. It's the first one, right? Now we're at half. And he tries to DP. He thought that that was a punish. You know what I'm saying? And I'm able to get a slash out and then still get a poke. So it's pretty safe. I'm not saying it's the gospel. I'm just saying that's what works for me, okay? Everybody has their own kind of thing. Now watch. I do it again. He tries again to punish. Nothing's going on. But guess what? Now I got the RISC gauge kind of where I want it to, alright? I poke, he bursts. Now we're back out in neutral and stuff like that. I might throw out the chain. I can't really tell you what I did, but we're going to find out real soon. Okay, that was a misinput. Oh, I deserve that. We all know I deserve that. Okay. I'm doing it again. Because you know the RISC gauge is going down too. Alright, boom. Not really much he can do. Now he can backdash. Well, and that's what happens when you backdash. You see what I'm saying? So it's its own mind game. But you see where I'm coming from. Once I do that, I get out of that situation. I still have them at half risk. Yeah, they can be coy and mess with the back of the screen, but it's better when I get to chase them down than when they're chasing me down. You know, Baiken doesn't have those reversal options. They have people want to talk about the parry, but it's like, dude, this ain't third strike. Like, you can't just throw that thing out. You rather much be in a situation where they're whatever, they're retreating because they're like, what the hell is wrong with this person? You know, obviously it's not working, but they're like, I'm blocking it too. So I think that's why they're backing up. Okay, see, and now this is another thing. This is the air approach. I was talking about how good JS is, and I feel like when you're throwing out chain in neutral, it forces them to jump. I mean, I like to do things that keep them away from me. And if it's just boiled down to just me doing something like far slash, heavy slash, chain, backdash, whatever, go back to neutral, it's like, ugh, I don't want to deal with this. And I could just throw out the chain and might make them jump and I JS and get, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's look at this. Back at it. So another thing that goes down too on the psychology type stuff, the Dr. Phil type stuff that's going on over here, I just want y'all to know is that basically people start freaking out. They start pressing buttons. They start trying to backdash. And when they see me doing far slash, heavy slash, chain, and I don't do anything more than that, I don't do the follow-up or anything, they start getting greedy. They think, oh, he's not going to do anything. And then bam, I hit him with the chain. And then they don't got nothing to deal with. So it's a mind game, right? It's its own little 50-50. Its own little RPS. And then this is just some other stuff. Still doing it. Starting it over with. And then they have to contend with the fact that far slash is good. I'm just trying to make far slash as nice as possible. He's getting in my butt now. Let's see. Oh, I'm eating it now. Okay, let's see. I don't know if he let me out for that. I don't know what that was. But there you go. So that's one example there. I'm going to try to show you another one in a second. Look at it. He backdashes anyway. Next. Alright, here's another replay I got. And this was like a 4K rated, you know, with the Kai or whatever. So they come out and they got the slash first. You know, Kai has a lot of privileges. Let's not lie with the downplay. But here we go. Let's see what's going to go on. And again, I generally like to start off with chain and neutral. It's just, I mean, I can make a whole thing about that. I just, you know, everyone has their own thing. A lot of times it's kind of a whiff punish, or if they end up blocking it, I can just kind of like get out of it. And here we go. You got smacked with it. Look at that face. Now, he got hit with that, okay? So that works too. You know, it's like, okay, I want them to block, but hey, it doesn't hurt if they don't. So what happens is, I don't follow up with the knockdown. I do another one. The reason I do another one is because if I space it right, I can still reset it to neutral. You can't do this, what do you call it? 6, what was that, 2H? Yeah, you can't do 2H too close and do chain, because you will get, you know, the shit kicked out of you. You'll get punished. Okay, and I backdash. Look, they're trying to punish it, right? They're trying to, like, what's going on? I don't get this. And a lot of people just don't play like that, right? So I do the chain again. And again, the chain is like, if I can get away with doing it, what is this? What is this? I'm sorry, what is this? What is this Baiken put? What is this duck? Oh, wait a minute. What is, hold on. I gotta save that. That is beautiful. That is a screenshot if I've ever seen one. Do you see? Well, I don't know what TikTok dance Baiken is doing right now, but you know what? I appreciate her. That's my girl, doing the chicken walk. Where's the other arm at? I can't even see the other. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, so I'm kind of trying to play around with the spacing with this. Here we go. I'm doing it again. I don't know if they're pressing just out of habit, because he knows that foot's not going to reach. So I do it again. And he tries to backdash. So you see what I'm saying? You can't really press right there. You kind of just have to take it. And again, even though we both don't get anything out of it, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I'm getting the risk gauge. And I'll just keep doing it. Now maybe there's a punish to this, but that hasn't happened yet. And I'm always beta testing new type of shit, and this is what it is. All right, here we go. Neutral. Now he's bursting. Now if I followed up, I would have got pushed back, because they're expecting the follow up. They're expecting Kabari H follow up, and then the IAD Tatami with the low mix up, the TK Yozansen throw BS. You know, nothing wrong with that, but she's a mix up character. Mix it up. So I'll do it again. And that's just another, again, the same way I don't follow up with chain. If they're standing like that, I'll just go in and throw. That's just how it works for me. Just like how May does it. You know, a lot of times she's not, you know, she'll have you in that stun or whatever, and she'll just throw you. I'm going to do the same thing, because that's where she gets a lot of strength from. All right, let's meet her. I tend to just go for the throw again. But I'm not here for all of that. I'm here for, you know, this far slash 2H business. So I paid for that right there. Obviously, this is Kai. You can go on the crap, low profile, blah 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 blah. But that's any projectile, right? Let's see what happens. Don't really want to get in the 6HS or 6 heavy slash. It's good for backdashes, and if you fight someone like Geo or a lot of these folks, because I tend to do the on their wake up, I tend to just, you know, I do TK Yozansen, or I do, like, you know, her 2K, and I'll just 2K or Yozansen 2K. It's a mix up. That's just how I do. I can make something on that too if you want it, but it's just, you know. But a lot of times when I condition them into all the RPS as they're waking up, they go for the safest output, DP or backdash. That 6HS or whatever is going to catch them backdashing if you time it right, and it's going to catch a button or a 6P. Like a lot of gold Lewis is like the 6P on wake up, so they can catch your TKOs on. So anyway, that's again not what I'm talking about. So here we go. They're trying to retaliate. They're trying to punish, but the spacing is, I think, is throwing them off. Okay, I went on the other side this time, and this is just something I normally do. And I just get myself out. You know, I'll always use meter to get myself out of something. Always sounds like he's saying catfish right there. Catfish. Catfish. Kai doesn't look like a guy that eats catfish. Kai looks like some type of potatoes and cabbage. Whatever those Germans eat, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is. I'm going to see what the other one is. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm big on hitting the RISC gauge. I got a lot of videos of me doing stuff like that. And again, it's just the way I like to play. If I can, I tend to do it with tether. You can do a lot of things with tether. It's like, yeah, you could, in addition with that, it's like you can build the RISC with the far slash and the, you know, the 2H and all that stuff. I might be trying to do it here. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I want to do that. My bad. And again, apologies. This is a rough video. I'm not good at making this stuff. Let me see if I can fast forward. Okay. All right. See, I'm hitting them, but I'm honestly just trying to get in there and get that RISC gauge. And if I happen to hit them, it is what it is. But yeah, this is just this is more of this, more of this. Let's see if there's another one here. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but I haven't put anything out in a while. So fast forward, fast forward. I deserve that. Oh. And as you can see, I like the side switch a lot. Okay, yeah, well that went where that went. So, but yeah, let me pause this real quick. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I really have too much more to say about that. I'm kind of thinking about making a video on like my little side switch stuff, as you can see right here. I'm gonna just fast forward it so you kind of see what's going on for the second round. But I've been doing this a lot, you know. But see that? Obviously it's fast forward, but you can side switch if you follow up as they're falling, and it's a lot easier to get that ambiguous, you know, cross up or side switch or whatever you want to call it. But that's yeah, it's just another way of how I play. I'm just trying to fast forward through this before I end this video. I don't know if I'm gonna pull this off. Tether. Working on the RISC gauge. Wow, this is like super turbo. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if I do it this time. No. Okay. Alright, well that's unfortunate. Okay. Anyway, that's not it. My apologies. Yeah, but she's high mix-up and all that kind of stuff. I know there's videos all over the place, but hopefully this was kind of educational. But yeah, I just, you know, if you made it all the way here, man, I appreciate it. Again, it's just nothing's gonna come out of this. Again, there's enough content creators and stuff, but you know, I always wanted to try doing it, and you know, it's the only character I play, and I got a lot of matches with her. Spent a lot of time grinding and tournaments and, you know, all that jazz, and hopefully you know, I could just kind of pass some of these ideas on. So appreciate y'all. I really do. All right, folks, I'm about to get out of here.